graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit. Payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 18 countries like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 18 countries like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 18 countries like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website. EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 18 countries like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 8 like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 18 countries like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 18 countries like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students. Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies abroad. Access up to $50,000 in funding to fund your dreams to study in over 18 countries like Canada and the United States. There are countless benefits to taking out a student loan with us. Let's help you get started today. Some of them include: principal payment begins after graduation, single-digit interest rates, no collateral or credit history required, and you also get immigration and visa support. Take advantage of our single-digit interest rates by applying before March 31, 2022. To apply today or get more information, visit our website or call us today. Introducing the EdFin Study Abroad Loan for International Students.
Hi, Toby.
Our loans are designed to help scholars further their studies.
Hello, good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you are. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Mayank, I see you. Hi, Karibo. Hello, Mrs. Bosse. Thank you for joining us. Hello, can anyone hear me? We can't unmute. Toby, please, could you help with the unmuting? Can you make all panelists co-hosts, Toby, please? Please make all panelists, everyone who has joined the call so far, just make everyone co-hosts. Toby, please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can. I'm unmuted now.
Okay. Just make them co-hosts as well, so that they won't struggle with unmuting when they have to speak. Okay, we hope to start at 3 p.m. Have you succeeded in making them co-hosts?
Okay, can I mute me?
Hi, Karibo.
Hi, Chika. Long time no see.
Yeah. Good to see you. Hello, Maya. Good to have you here. Hello, Mrs. Bosse. Good to have you here. Thank you all for joining us this evening, afternoon, wherever you are. I see. Okay. We're expecting 2 more panelists or 3 more panelists, and they should join. I'm looking out for them at the waiting room. So they should join us any moment from now. We hope to start at 3 p.m., hopefully. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. Apologies. I'm just going to rename you now. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So as you may have seen in the agenda that was shared, we hope to have a 90-minute conversation. Essentially, what we're trying to do is have everyone, as much as possible, ask questions based on what you're doing. And we already have some preset questions as well. So you're just going to be helping participants as much as possible understand the process, your process as maybe, and any other questions they may be having as well. So we're looking forward to a useful conversation for all the participants. Hello, Coach Bosse. Good evening. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Toby, I think we can start allowing participants in. So let's just allow everyone in. Okay, I guess we can start now. Good evening, everyone. Thank you again to our panelists who have joined us from far and wide. We're grateful that you are able to spare 90 minutes of your time. And I'm sure the participants will find today's session very useful. As much as possible, please, some housekeeping rules. If you're not presenting or speaking, you'll be great to please turn off your videos and also mute your microphones. Thank you. Very quickly, I just want to recognize every single person that has made out time this afternoon to join in. So in no particular order, I'm saying thank you to Jennifer from Empower. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Chika. Thanks for having us. We're really excited to be here, and it's thrilling to see so many people who have joined already. This is a great turnout. Congratulations.
Fantastic. Thank you too for having us. We also have Mayank all the way from India. Thank you, Mayank, for joining us. Mayank is from Prodigy Finance. Hi, Mayank. Say hello to everyone.
Hi, Chika. Good to see you. Good to see everyone, and very excited about this session. Let's make it useful for everyone.
Chika, are you there? We can't hear you. Okay, maybe Chika is stuck. So Yeah, I also saw joining us from Canada. Will you want to say hello and introduce yourself briefly?
Hi, my name is Bose Fawaimi, and I'm from Windsor.
Hey, Bose, okay.
Yeah, so this is me. Hi.
Yes, good to see you from Edu Tribe. Bose from Edu Tribe. Welcome. Then Karibu as well.
Hi.
Are you there, Eke Okwara?
Yes, I'm here. Good to see you,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right,
good
great.
to see you, everyone.
See you.
I'm so happy to be here, and I'm impressed at the turnout.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I think those are all our speakers. I hope I haven't missed anyone out of this session. So I think I want to take the opportunity to welcome everyone and just go straight into starting off this session by just giving a few opening remarks on study abroad loan and why EdFin is really presenting a study abroad loan. And then after I've done that, we will then have a panel discussion with discussers telling us all we need to know about studying abroad, from admissions to visa to getting the loans and actually getting started in studying abroad. So thank you very much for being here. So who are we, EdFin? EdFin's mission, we started this bank basically because we felt that we needed to enable increased access to quality education. For us to increase access to quality education, we feel that if we provide financial services to the education system and they have access to quality education, we would realize human potential. And as I'm sure you know, all the time they talk about Nigeria, it's always talking about great potential. So we need to realize that potential. So that's why we feel that education will help with that realization. And our vision is to be a globally recognized bank of choice for education financial solutions in Africa. So our aim is not only just Nigeria, but we expect to cover the whole of Africa as well. So why study abroad? We focused on study abroad because, oops, let me see what's going on. So can you still see my screen? Okay. Hello, am I still on?
Yes, you are. We can hear you.
All right, great.
Go on. Someone mistakenly reclaimed the sharing.
Okay.
Well, we've done that
All right.
now.
Okay. So, so why are we doing study abroad? Basically, we're looking at study abroad because it also helps with access to quality education. As I said, that's one of the key initiatives of EdFin. So amongst our various products, study abroad tuition is becoming our flagship product. What we did was to first of all study the top 125 actually companies in Nigeria and looked at their CEOs, looked at their LinkedIn profile, you know, the qualifications that they've had. And we found that over 65% of those, the CEOs of those banks or quoted companies, telcos, and unicorns have a postgraduate degree from an international university. Now, we are not saying that the only way to become a CEO is having this degree, but there's an allusion that certainly with that postgraduate degree, it enables you have access to the best kind of jobs, best kind of opportunities. So it's something that we encourage. But the part of the reason why we focused on looking at this is to show that, yes, people go abroad to study and may continue to work there to actually learn those skills and experience and maybe even pay off their loans. But they come back to Nigeria and also add value. And I will show you other ways that we feel people who study abroad also add value. So 65% had this postgraduate degree from an international university. 100% had a postgraduate certificate or executive education. Our loans don't cover postgraduate certificates or executive education, but it's just to show that added education, in my view, adds value. So why are we enabling study abroad? It's so that people have access to quality education. They have international exposure. So you learn from other experiences, the work culture, standards, rules, laws. Then you experience a different culture. What's the different work culture in those areas? It adds to the robustness that you have. And of course, it increases your network, who you know, the alumni associations and all those groups of people that come in, the lecturers, even facilitators. So it expands your network as well. And I'm sure that I don't have to convince all of you that are here, because it's because you want to study abroad that you're already here. But I felt that it's important to reiterate it. So why study? I mean, what is the funding challenge? Why don't people then are able to study abroad? It's because you need a large budget. The financial requirements to study abroad is not the same as if you're studying in even a government-owned local university. We have a problem. Why does it keep going off? Okay, so I hope you can see the screen now. So yes, so scholarships and other philanthropic sponsorships are also only available to very few select people. So even then, it may not be 100%. So you do need to be able to get a loan to fund the education. And then if you then approach some banks and some lenders, some of the requirements are unattainable. Some ask for collateral, some ask for co-signer, guarantors, and other significant paperwork. And so through this partnership that we have with Empower and Prodigy, we are able to bring student loans to you to enable you have access up to $100,000 throughout the lifetime of the education that you go for. You can fund your own dreams. You start repayment after you start to work. Of course, it must only be 2 years to graduation, but all the details of the loans would be explained further during this webinar. So our unique partnership enables us to reach over 500 universities in up to 18 countries. In particular, we know that Nigerians are very interested in the US, UK, and Canada. And further explanation on how to get all of this. But some of the services that are offered is online, is easy to apply for these loans. The more you apply, but you must get admission into a recognized partner university. It's only those universities that are on our list that we provide funding for. So as I said, why are we supporting study abroad? You can pay for your education abroad. You will no longer be a burden on Nigeria's declining forex funds. More high potential Nigerians will benefit from our partners of funding of over 2.4 billion that have made available for education. Then diaspora remittances to Nigeria, we need it. And so the more you go abroad, I'm sure you won't forget your family. Increase brain gain, not drain, but gain, because the more educated you are, most return to Nigeria. As I've just said, 65% of our board of CEOs across Nigeria's top companies are those who have studied abroad and returned to give back. And the recent unicorns that we've talked about, Flutterwave and Della, all have graduates who are returning Nigerians. So who can apply? Students who are admitted to or are attending a approved partner school in those 18 countries. You must be within 2 years of graduation, and you're going for a degree program. So it's a degree program, master's, MBA preferred. First degrees are also alike, but you must be within 2 years of graduation. So who are high value applicants? You're already enrolled or accepted. You're an international student, you're a graduate student as postgraduates are the preference, preferential, or what we call high value applicants. Then you're applying for an MBA or a STEM degree. Your address that you fill in is uniform. We're able to trace you, your credit scores, if you have them, are positive. Then you've already passed your standardized test, your admission, And I will also add, if you had previous working experience, that is not compulsory that you should have that, but it helps because by the time you graduate and you want to get a job, those with work experience are those that are quick to get jobs and can easily repay the loans. So for you on your own part, what do you need other than the loan? We feel that you will need at least $2,000 to be ready for the admission process, the fees you have to pay, consulting, your flights, visa, and travel expenses. And that's very conservative, I will tell you, especially with the flights now. Then you may, for schools in the US, especially the top schools, we've seen that over and beyond the loan, you need your own extra money to pay for some of the tuition. So the loan may not fully cover all of the courses. And for high-end schools in Canada, for Canada, most of the schools, the 100,000 covers the postgraduate degree, but the very top end one, you may need some extra. So don't think only just getting the loan alone is all that you need. You will need some of your own personal funding. And we advise applicants to start saving even as they start the application process or have the idea or the dream to actually study abroad. So start saving. And as you apply for the loans, we even have up to single-digit loans and give discounts for good behavior. When you do set up auto pay or you continuously repay your loan, you get discounts and it continues to add up. So those of you who are yet to apply, go to the EdFin website. There's a lot of more information there, and click our Study Abroad banner and you will get all the information that you require. Thank you very much for listening, and over to you, Chika, so that we can start off.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, MT. Unfortunately, I sincerely apologize. MTN and SpectraNet decided to play a number on me. So we'll just go straight to the panel session. We have Sadiq, who has been a beneficiary. Sadiq, I see you. Hello. So great to see you, and thank you for joining us. Are you able to speak now for 5 minutes or less? Let me just shoot your question because I understand you have to leave classes to join this webinar. Please, can you unmute yourself if you can hear me?
Yes.
Hi,
Good morning.
Sadiq.
Hi.
Hi, Sadiq. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you too?
Okay. So I'll just quickly ask you your questions so that other participants can generally glean from your experience, and maybe you convince them, because I'm seeing on YouTube someone is saying, please tell us the truth. So you are our own truth. Okay, so briefly share your thoughts and experiences concerning the EdFin Study Abroad loan, and what aspect of the product really appealed to you. So you could just share with us very briefly, and then you can go on with your classes. Thank you. Go on,
Okay.
please.
All right. I already had my admission since 2020, but financial issue, I deferred my admission till 2021. And 2021, I got my visa. So hoping that I will be able to get my tuition fee like I expected before. But unfortunately, things were so tough that I couldn't even pay my tuition fee at the right time. So at some point, a friend of mine referred me to EdFin, and I was skeptical before, but I called the office and make inquiries on what it is, and I was convinced, and I checked the website. I followed it was so easy than unexpected. Then I started one by one. I got the document that I needed to process the loan, and everything was so smooth. And within a month or so, my loan was approved. Then I was asked to choose when I will like my loan to be disbursed to my school. So I chose two sections. So one for the first year and the second one for the second year of my program. And my first disbursement was successful as well. So it was very easy than I expected.
Thank you very much, Sadiq. What aspect in the process really appealed to you most?
Very easy. There's no need for guarantor like most other loans will be. We require no documents, no what's it called? And nothing to stand in for me except my prospect. So that was very convincing and very easy.
Wow, thank you very much, Sadiq. I can already see some people asking questions. Please don't direct message because I can see a couple of messages in my direct box. Just paste it so that the team can collate it and send to me. But I can already see some questions coming in. Keep coming in, keep them coming. Thank you so much, Sadiq. I hope you can be able to stay for as long as possible. But thank you so much for sharing your story, and we hope to really keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so I can already see questions around what's the percentage, what's the beneficiary payment plan like, and all that, which is why we're having a panel session with all our panelists, all our partners, and everyone who you can possibly know within the value chain that you can begin to ask your questions to. So in no particular orders, I would like our panelists to please turn on their videos again. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer is from Empower Financing. Mayank is from Prodigy Finance, and Karibo is from University of Windsor, a sample school that is in our partner list. And then we have visa and admission consultants on the call as well. We have Coach Bosse and we have Madam Peace. Please turn on your video and say hello to the participants even as we begin the panel session. Okay, so I'll just quickly ask how the panel session would go, and already people are already asking what is it, what are the 10, what qualifies, and I'll just generally go around the panelists as much as possible, and we'll have a very quick session. So I'll start with Jennifer. Jennifer is from Empower Financing, and Empower Finance, I'll just leave her. Let me just talk about what she does in general. So I just want Jennifer to please turn on your video and talk a little bit about Empower Financing. And then we'll just take it from there. Very briefly. Hi, Jennifer, are you still on the call? Okay, I don't know that she's on the call. Mayank, do you want to take talk about Prodigy? Mayank is from Prodigy Finance, and he could just talk about Prodigy. He's also a partner. So we currently have 2 partners on the call at this moment. As we go on, we'll introduce more partners to you. So Mayank, please, could you just talk about Prodigy Finance in 1 minute or less, and then we could be good to ask other questions. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Chika. So yeah, Prodigy Finance is a UK-based fintech company. We've been around for more than a decade now, and across these years, we have funded more than $1 billion worth of student loans to students coming from 130 different nationalities, including, of course, Nigeria. And yeah, I mean, we are here to support you with your dreams. We focus on master's education. We started with MBA as our first course that we were supporting, and then gradually went on to add MS and STEM related courses. And most recently, we have also started supporting courses such as public policy, sciences, and few others. So yeah, looking forward to interact with you and answer the questions that you might have.
Thank you very much, Mayank. Now you're hearing from the horse's mouth. He's not a horse, he's a gentleman. Okay, so I'll just quickly take on a question, and that will be for the University of Windsor representative, Karibo. So interestingly, I've been seeing questions around, tell us the truth, is it possible? And I just want to ask you, so people are thinking, getting admission into Canada, US is near impossible. Is it true? Do people actually get admission? So help us with that, please.
Hi, Chika, and hello to everyone, the panelists, all attendees. Thanks for stopping by. That's a fantastic question. It might interest you to know that at the University of Windsor, a whopping 23% of our students are international students, meaning that we have students from Nigeria, a good number of them. So most of them tend to apply for courses in the Odette School of Business and the Faculty of Engineering and Sciences. So yes, it's true. We have a lot of Nigerian students studying across different programs and across different levels. It's not a scam, it's real.
Thank you, Karibo, for helping calm our worries. And I'll just go to Coach Bosse, and a lot of, more than what Karibo has just alluded to. A lot of people are asking, how easy is it, to process visa? How do we go about it? Are there things like high score and score points? What are the common follow-ups, that leads to acceptance or disapproval during the visa admission process? Coach Bose, please, if you can hear me, could you unmute yourself and respond? Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Chika. Thank you, everyone, for being on this call. I assure you that you are really going to get a lot of value from this. I know what I'm saying. So, my own company, EduThrive, what we do is that we help students process their admissions to various universities and colleges, and also help them with visa applications. So University of Windsor is represented here. My agency, I know that we are currently having maybe 8 applications for students that want to go to University of Windsor this September. We already got 2 offers out, and the loan applications, I believe, is already in process. So if you're asking, is this real? Yes, it is real. So what are the pitfalls? What do you need to watch out for so that you can be successful in getting both the admission and the visa? One thing that stands out for me is that Nigerians like to cut corners. I'm a Nigerian, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I see documents that you just know that something is fishy with this document. So you make sure that you have genuine documents. Don't go doctoring anything. For example, a lady sent us a passport, and you can actually see that the expiration date on the passport has been altered. So why would you do that? If you do that, the visa officer will know, and that's fraud. So you won't get this visa. They don't want such people in their countries. So make sure that your documents are genuine and you are not doctoring anything. When you write you request for your reference letters, I have seen students do bad stuff too with that. Some students will actually design a letterhead on their own and then write a reference for themselves and then just sign it. So we detect those things. So we see it and we say, this is not right. So when you need reference letters, make sure that you go meet your previous supervisor, lecturers, or somebody that can actually really attest to your character, and let them write something good for you. That will also speak well for you when you're doing your admission processes. So good documentation, good references, and you need to show that you can take care of yourself financially. So this loan we are talking about does not pay all your bills from inception to the end. How would you convince the visa officer that once your tuition has been paid, you can feed, you can be okay? So you need to have some money in your account. Nigerians want free. I know people all over the world love free, but let's be real here. This is about your future, and nobody is going to just say you should not do anything. Or you have to commit. You have to commit to the process. So some of your money must be involved, and you need to go and get that money. Don't just think everything is going to fall on your laps. So convincing that visa officer that you will be able to take care of yourself financially is important. What else is the visa officer looking for? He wants to check if you are really interested in studying. You will be amazed that some students just want to travel abroad. They don't want to school. So probably there is somebody promising them marriage. So they are in a relationship with some people, and they've tried visiting visa, is not working. They just want to say, oh, let me just do this. The intention is not really to go to school. And that visa officer wants to be sure that you are indeed a genuine student. So how will he check this? you're supposed to write a statement of purpose, like something expressing your desire to study this so-called course and in this particular university. If you didn't write it yourself, I know some of you do that, you can contract it out to some people. Even when you come to my agency, you say, can you please just do everything? How much will it cost? And I say, no, we don't do that here. That is unethical. If you want to be a postgraduate student, simple research you should be able to do. If I were the visa officer myself or the admission officer, and I see that you are so lazy, you don't want to write nothing, I will not give you the admission, not the visa, because you won't be a good student. So you need to invest yourself in just this little research to write something that I want to do an MBA. Why do you want to do an MBA? How does it tie in with your career goals and objectives? You need to be able to convince the visa officer that, yeah, you want to go to school. So for the US visas that you have to actually have to go for a
Hello? Hello, we can't hear you again.
What happened?
Oh, wow, thank you. I'm not so sure what happened, ma'am. But I just think that, wow, thank you so much. You have, in fact, I think you've answered tons of questions that I'm already seeing here. I see Jennifer is back on the call. Hi, Jennifer. She was back at some point. Okay, so while Jennifer tries to come back, Jennifer, are you still on the call? I still see you on the call, dude.
No, I don't see her on the call.
She's on the call, I can see her.
I've typed her name, it's not coming up.
It's there now.
Okay, it's there now, yes. Jennifer, hello. Okay, let's go on.
Okay, so hi, Mayank. The next question is actually for you. So all that Coach Bosse has just said generally speaks to everything that our clients and our candidates have been asking us. But one more thing that is also a constant question that we get consistently is beyond US and UK. Beyond US and Canada, do you have UK options? What other options do you have? Do you want to speak a little bit about that as well?
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, for us at Prodigy Finance, we do support a lot of schools and universities within the US. But outside of the US, we also have some coverage in countries such as UK, Canada, Germany, France, and also in Asia, actually. Although the coverage is not very strong, there are only a few schools that we support in the other countries. But yeah, I think the plan is to continue expanding and growing our presence in terms of schools across the globe.
Okay, so a follow-on question would be, please, could you tell us about the repayment term of Prodigy?
Sure. So with Prodigy Finance, the repayment period is pretty flexible. You could repay the loan anywhere from 5 years up to 20 years. That's the maximum time that is allowed. And basically the repayment would start after you graduate, and then there is another 6 months of grace period. So total 30 months after you actually start your class, right? So 24 months, assuming it's a 2-year course, you don't have to pay anything while you are studying. And then after that, there's another 6 months of grace period for you to settle down into your job and move into your city. And then after that, the repayment starts.
Okay, so one last question. I see Jennifer is on the call, but I just want to quickly round up with Mayank, and then we go to Jennifer.
She can't unmute herself. Someone needs to unmute her, the host, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, so while we're trying to sort that out, Jennifer, please, could you, Mayank, could you tell us if we can combine Prodigy loan with other sorts of financing?
Yes, I mean, technically, yes, there could be multiple loans that the student could take, but then once there is an additional loan that the student is currently taking and has, in that case, the credit decision from Prodigy Finance is also getting impacted, right? Because we see that there are 2 loan repayments that the student needs to do. So that will impact the amount of funding that we will be able to give to the student.
Thank you so much, Mayank. I hope you're able to stay longer, but I just see Jennifer's hand. Jennifer, are you able to speak now?
Yes, Chica, I'm here.
Apologies for that technical hit you had there.
No, yeah, apologies. I am sitting here in South Africa and we are going through an unfortunate power outage and network issues. So my apologies to everyone for coming in and out of the conversation. So Chica, what kind of questions can I answer for you today?
Okay, so we just wanted to talk briefly about Empower and also talk about the payment terms as well.
Sure. So Empower is a US-based company that primarily provides international students, including many Nigerians, and Nigeria happens to be one of our top 5 countries in terms of loans that we disperse. And we work with organizations or universities across North America, including in Canada and the US. We have partnerships with about 375 schools. So if you are looking to get your MBA or get your master's in STEM, or you're looking to do your legal degree, etc., you have the opportunity to apply with Empower. Typically, our loans last for 10 years. Different to Prodigy is that because you are getting your degree in the US, and in the US, it's particularly important to build your credit profile. So we ask students to make payments while they are in school. However, if there is some kind of financial hardship that the student does come into, we have basically a product option whereby you can pay a minimal amount, and then basically you know that your payments will be slightly higher upon graduation. So the best way to get an Empower loan is to obviously go through the EdFin website, and then make sure when you do apply that you can actually be either enrolled, accepted, or applying. So even if you're just thinking about school and you're waiting for that admissions letter, you are more than welcome to apply for an Empower loan. And what happens is you can get a conditional offer. And then as soon as you receive that acceptance letter, we go ahead and approve your loan. Is that helpful?
Absolutely. I'm sure it is, but we'll look at, there are tons of questions coming in. We hope you're able to
I actually have one. Yeah, I have one for Jennifer.
Please
there
go on.
are a lot of applicants who are pursuing their first degree, and they've actually already gotten admission, are close to graduating, and typically sometimes there's a delay with the application. What would you say to those who are pursuing first degrees and their applications? How can they make it go through faster?
Sure. So if you're doing let me just make sure that I clarify the question. So you're talking about a first degree. So we're still talking about students who are looking for master's degrees, correct? Or are we talking about undergrads who are potentially transferring to a North American institution?
No. So an undergrad that is already in an American institution that needs a loan.
Great.
They're already there.
Thank you for that clarification. So yeah, if you're a Nigerian and you are in your sophomore or your second year of school, and you need basically funding to finish, your final 2 years, essentially we would need everything that normally happens from an admissions perspective or application perspective, which is where you're at school. You can provide obviously any information around what you're studying. And then if you are having any kind of challenges and you're kind of hitting a difficult spot, you can also directly just email our partnerships group. And if your application is in the funnel, we're more than happy to escalate that for you on your behalf.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jennifer. So I've been hearing, or I've been seeing things around admissions. You have to be enrolled, you have to be accepted. Karibo, I have a question for you, given that you're in the admission space. And I'd like you to speak a little bit about on what basis do top schools in Canada, and I'd like to say by extension, schools abroad, what basis do they admit people? Is it on merit, qualification, or ability to show proof of funds? So we're happy to get your perspective from there. I'm sure it'll be useful.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good question. I'll speak for the University of Windsor because I think it will apply to most schools in Canada. Students are admitted based on merit. mostly based on merit. So the better your grades, the higher your chances of getting in. For instance, at the University of Windsor, to get into a graduate program, you need to have a minimum of a second class upper or 70% in your final 2 years of study for some of our programs. So it cuts across the entire sphere. So you should be looking at good grades. When you have good grades, you'd most likely get into most of these schools. Yeah. I don't know if that answers the question correctly.
Yeah, yes, it does. And I'd like, yes.
Sorry, just to add to that, even for the undergraduate programs, you need to have a minimum 70% for most programs. So that will be a blend A1, B2, and B. Bear in mind that these are subjects that have an equivalent in the Ontario school system. So your A1 in civic education might not really count because it doesn't have an equivalent. Your A1 in Christian religious knowledge, food and nutrition, tie and dye and bleaching will not really count. It will be what is core to the program. So if you're applying for an engineering program, you need to have a good grade in English, math, physics, chemistry, and probably further maths. But that A1 in civic education and A1 in Yoruba will not count for anything. Yeah, wow. Just look at that.
That's some dose of reality, Karibo. Thank you for that. Coach Bosse, this is also your domain. I'd like you to throw more light on what she has said, especially because proof of funds is something beyond grades, that people also talk about. So please help us there.
Okay, thank you, Chika. To add to what Karibo has said, good grades is key. I had some issues placing some students that wanted to do nursing in Canada because in their biology, they would be coming with like a C6 or something very low. And for most schools, if you want to do nursing and you don't have, I think, a B3, you can't be admitted. So your grades need to be good. With average grades, you find it difficult to get the kind of courses you want or to be placed into the kind of schools you want. So it's not really that I have the money, how much would it cost? No, the schools are not hungry. They want good students. So give them good grades, then you will get the admission. With the loan we are talking about, you really will not need so much proof of funds. So don't let your mind calm down when it comes to this issue of proof of funds. It's not really about how much you can, go borrow and all of that. If you get the loan, your tuition is covered. And all you need to show is just not so much that will cover your living expenses. So calm down and bring your good results, and we can help you get the admission and also help you with the loan.
Thank you so much, Coach Bosse. I'm going to throw a question at Ms. Lawson. And basically, because we've seen a couple of questions like that, and I'd like her to speak a bit on the schools that we support. So from your background, I can see US, UK, Canada, and other. Please, could you just talk a bit about that? Because I can see some schools that are not in the network of schools. So could you please explain what this network of schools mean and the countries we support as well? Thank you.
Okay, so great. So the network of schools are pre-approved schools by our partners. They've evaluated those schools. First of all, they provide high quality education, and they've also seen that they have high employability rates. That is, over 95% or more of their graduates get a job within 6 months of graduation, because we don't want to give you a loan and you're not able to repay the loan. So that's how we select those schools. So those schools are in the UK, we're limited in the UK, but more in the US and Canada. And we are adding on more schools. So we have 18 countries now. I can see the backdrop there. We have Italy, we have China, France, Denmark, but I would assure you that they are the top schools. And those top schools typically have the toughest and the highest entry requirements. So it is not a joke. In fact, that's why we are able to rely on their admission to give you a loan, because we know that if you've gone through that admission process in those schools, you would be able to repay our loan. So we don't have to ask you for any more information or requirements. So that's why we rely on that. And it is only our partner schools. For those schools that are not on this list, we do have what we call EdFin Wise, a tuition loan, but your parents would have to be the one who applies for that loan, and they pay in Naira, and it's of it is of a double-digit interest rate. So that's separate from what we're talking about here. But that's also an option that maybe you have parents who can then take the loan for you to cover only 1 year of tuition. So that's an option that you may also want to consider. But I advise people, go for these schools. They are the best. They guarantee that you get a job. And I'm telling you that most of them, once the visa office sees their names and you've gotten admission there, I'm telling you, the probability that you get a no for your visa application is very reduced. You must have done something really wrong for them to say no if you have admission to any of these schools. Okay, thank you. So let me use that opportunity to also ask our partners, how do schools get added onto your list? So I know that we've had a number of universities to approach us to say, we also want to be an approved school. So Jennifer, I don't know if you're there, if you can respond, how do schools get on to become an approved partner school? Jennifer, are you there? Oh,
Yes, I'm here.
Great.
Okay, can you hear
Yes.
me? Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, so to become an approved school for Empower, we have an internal criteria or framework that we use, and one of the greatest metrics is the kind of what we call the federal repayment rate. So if we look at schools, what is their repayment rate of loans? And there's a certain threshold that basically we look for, and if it's above that, then it's a school that we might consider, depending on how many percentage points above that threshold it is. But if it's below, then we certainly will consider it. So that's the first criteria. The second criteria is the school A, accredited, providing obviously a degree, and C, is it actually going to be able to give the students great employment? So obviously, to your point, Funmi, earlier, is that we bet on students' futures, right? And we know that individuals who apply for our loans have very bright futures, and we want to make sure that they're also going to really great schools that match that potential, because then once they do graduate, they'll be able to get fantastic jobs and continue to repay that loan as they continue to be productive members of society, whether they're in the US or whether they return to Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Yes. Tika.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Just a follow-on question to that. I'd like to ask, does Empower have any way of assisting with visa? And just like we have just asked Prodigy as well, can we combine Empower loan with other sources of funding?
Sure. Thanks, Chika. Yeah, we definitely, we give you a support letter. So what happens is if you apply for a loan, you get approved, you obviously have your acceptance, and then you're going to have to basically apply for a visa. So we give what's called a support letter. So you can take that to your visa appointment. And it says that this individual has funding and will be able to support him or herself during the duration of the program in the US or in Canada. And regarding combining loans, I think that yes, it's definitely a possibility. We certainly will work with other lenders on doing so. It does make the process a little trickier, but we'll certainly entertain those ideas and those potential other funds for any of our borrowers.
Great, thank you so much, Jennifer. I see that Madam Peace is on the call. Madam Peace, are you on the call? Can you say hello to everyone? Madam Peace, can you say hello to everyone? Would like to ask you a few questions. Okay, so I guess because she's been in and out though, so I guess network. Okay, so we'll just quickly go on. I can already see some questions coming in. But I'd like to just ask Coach Bosse one more question, because she's a consultant, it has space. Could you please talk to us a bit about your services? Is it free? How comprehensive is it? Can they be paid in installments?
Okay, thanks for the question. So EduThrive, we help with admission processing. Our fee for that, for UK school, we charge nothing. So if we are placing you into a UK school, it's free. Outside of the UK, every other of our destination countries, you have to pay us 150,000 Naira processing fee. If we are now going to help you with the application for the loan, you are not paying anything. So our fee is just the placement to the schools outside of UK, 150,000 Naira. Now, can it be paid in installments? We really don't encourage that because we have seen people show us after they've been placed and then the Nigerian game will start. So we don't want to do that. If you can trust us enough to deliver, then you are welcome to work with us. You pay the money, your admission is guaranteed. Visa, depending on the country we are talking about, can attract some additional charges. I mean, that can be flat rate because it depends on so many factors. So, but for the admission, I can tell you that that is flat. So those are our services: admission processing, visa assistance, and any other thing that will help you settle down in your country of choice. So we can do airport pickups, we can help you arrange for accommodation. I mean, depending on whatever you need. So you just contact us and we will take it up from there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach Bosse. Let me just quickly address some questions I can see, which is almost consistent. What's the list of? So I'm seeing a lot of questions around list of schools, list of schools, list of schools. We have the list of schools on our website. Our website is www.edfinmfb.org. Click on the green banner and it takes you to the landing page for the study abroad loans. If you scroll down, you'll see the list of schools. So the entire list of schools are there. You could download the document and search at your convenience. That's to respond to that question. So Karibo, someone is also asking, is it age specific? And this is Utip from YouTube. He's asking, is graduate program age specific? Could you please help with some perspective to that?
Not exactly. Everybody has a chance to go back to school and study. So yes, you can get admitted if you meet the admission requirements of, say, for the graduate programs, a minimum second class upper in your undergraduate program, or for the undergraduate programs, a minimum 70% in your high school. The issue might come with the visa part, which I'm sure Madam Bosse would throw more light on, because that's where we usually have some issues. But generally, everybody can apply. At the University of Windsor, we have students as young as 15 years old applying, and then we also have seniors applying for programs. So yes, it's not age specific. And I wanted to add that the loan amount, maximum of $100,000 is enough to completely cover your entire tuition and even your living costs for the graduate programs at the University of Windsor, and will also conveniently cover the final 2 years of your program if you're doing an undergraduate program. So I think it's really fantastic. Yeah, well done, EdFin.
Thank you very much, Karibo. Thank you for the vote of confidence. And on that note, I'd like to invite Jennifer to please talk about your single-digit interest rate promotion. This is 17th of March. I believe the promotion is still running. Please, could you give us some more insights to that so that people could take advantage of it? Jennifer, are you still on the call?
Okay, thanks, Chika, so much for that. I am still here and I've been really excited to talk about this. So for the month of March, Empower is reducing the interest rates to basically you can, with the discounts for applying, you can actually get a full interest rate of 8.49% over a 10-year period. And this is quite competitive. And remember, our loans are also no cosigner, no collateral. And this has significant savings for anyone who's applying over 10 years. So we're really encouraging people at this point, if you have applied or you have your acceptance, to please, please take advantage of this because it can mean significant savings for you and your family for graduate school.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I don't know if Sadiq is still on the call. Sadiq, are you still on the call or you've gone to class? It would be great to ask him, but I mean, regardless, I would also want to ask both Coach Bosse and Karibo this question. And so thank you so much, Jennifer. I think everyone should take advantage of this single-digit interest. Prodigy also has a single-digit interest offer on the table as well. So quickly rush on to edfin.org/study abroad loan, or just click on the green banner and it'll take you to the landing page. My question to both Coach Bosse and Karibo would be on jobs. How easy or how would you recommend people getting jobs in schools when they get admissions? Because they would have to begin to pay interest repayments once they start. And you know, what are your insights? What are your thoughts? How would you advise them? So I would like Karibo to go first and Coach Bosse will wrap up. Thank you.
Yes, please, let me go first. Coach Bosse is the coach, so let me start. So talking about jobs, securing jobs after graduation, it starts with your educational journey. At the University of Windsor, we have co-op opportunities for students who are in various programs. These co-op opportunities allow you to get good work experience. The most important thing I find is that most employers want to employ someone who is employable, who's been employed somewhere. So as a student studying abroad, you should try to get into a co-op program. If you can't get into one, try to volunteer. Try your best to ensure you have work experience. That will make it easier for you to get a job after graduation. Yeah, so that's the most important angle. I mean, you're going to be competing for jobs like almost every other person that's graduated with you. So you want to make sure that you come with your best foot forward. So it's really important. Bear in mind that when I'm going to school, I'll get a job in line with what I do. And if I can't get a job, I would look for volunteering opportunities. Most importantly, my CV should not be blank. I shouldn't spend the rest of my hours after classes just hanging out and chilling with the big boys. You need to work. Yeah. Coach Bosse.
Thank you so much, Karibo. Coach Bosse,
Yes,
you're going to wrap this up. I just want to add something on top of what Karibo has just said. So some people are asking, can you do it for free? Are they going to pay you afterwards? I just want to lump those two questions together so that you can take it from here.
No, we can't do it for free. I mean, I've said it, Nigerians always want free, but we will not do it for free. We want to do business with people who are serious, who are committed to investing in their own future. So if everything just falls on your lap, then you can as well just walk away. So when you pay us, you are working hand in hand with us. When admissions that we do for free, we will chase after students to give us documentation. Can you please sign this paper? You will be chasing after them because it's like, oh, I'll do it when I can. But once their money is involved, they are, toe to toe with us. Like, this thing must be done. And those are the kind of students we want. So we are not doing it for free. Thank you. So how do you get jobs? When you get to, I live in Canada, so I can tell you that there are wonderful opportunities here. I'm not promising you heaven and earth that you are going to pick jobs on the road, but the opportunities are there. I have an undergraduate son, and I see how, he just juggles jobs, and I will be begging him not to drop this job until he gets another one. And he will tell me that I should chill. He's going to get the type of jobs he wants. So that means that the opportunities for a student to actually work is there. And I see people, students work in grocery stores, they work in, even on campus, like in their call centers. So depending on the kind of person you are, so it's not that the jobs will come looking for you, but if you are industrious, if you are a go-getter, you can always go out there and get the kind of jobs you want. You tailor your resume to fit into the kind of jobs you want based on the experience that you have. So the opportunity is there. I assure you that the interest payment will be easy for you, because it's going to be like maybe $300 per month for your first year. And then if you have a second year on top of that, maybe like $600 or $500. So you will be able to get the job that will help you pay the interest. So that one is a no-brainer.
Thank you very much, Coach Bossett. This was insightful. I'm sure everyone is having a great time from these conversations and you're gaining more insights. Please don't watch alone. We're also live on YouTube, so you could just share our YouTube link. Just go to YouTube and type EdFin Microfinance Bank. It's going to be there after this session. Encourage people to watch and get more perspective from this session. I should have mentioned this long ago, but you could already see that this is a very engaging session. Everybody wants to get quality education and good access to funding as well. So thank you very much, thank you very much, panelists and Coach Bossett as well. I just want to ask, Ms. Lawson, please, there's a consistent question, and I know you're not expecting it, but I want you to please speak to a question from us and others from YouTube. So they're asking, I already have an admission to a university in the UK. Can I still get a loan, even if it's not a partner university? So this is asking, can I get a loan if I'm not a partner, if my school is not a partner university?
Is that question for Bumi?
Yes, it's for her. Can you hear us?
Oh, sorry, I missed the question. Could you ask it again? I can't hear you, you're on mute.
Okay, so the question is actually for schools that are not in our network of schools currently for this study abroad product. How can they access loan? Because someone is saying, I have an admission, but my school is not in your network of schools. So how do they access the opportunity as well?
Okay, so thank you very much for that question. Unfortunately, if your school is not on the list, you cannot get a loan from one of our partners. No, you can't get this study abroad loan where you repay after graduation. The only help we can help you is if your parents or you have a guardian that qualifies for a Nigerian loan. And those Nigerian loans, we ask for collateral, we ask for guarantor. It is separate from the loan we are talking about today. The loan we are talking about today is only for those 800 schools in 18 countries that are pre-approved by our partners, of which University of Windsor, who is attending today, is one of them. So I normally advise our students to go and apply to those universities. That's when you can get a loan for your degree. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So there you have it. You can still meet us. We fund all services within the education value chain. So still, please feel free to send us an email at contact@edfinmfb.org. I'll say it again, contact us at edfinmfb.org. Send us an email and we'll be sure to respond to you with how to go about that. One more question for Karibo. And someone has been asking on YouTube. Well, I've seen 2 questions like that from YouTube, and they're asking, Windsor, do they give RA, TA, those sort of jobs within the school? How do we go about it to get jobs and also help, fund our stay, in addition to what we're going to be getting from our partners? Could you please give some insights to that?
Fantastic. That's a good question. The University of Windsor, first of all, I'll quickly talk about scholarships. We have some scholarships. We're quite generous with scholarships. Every year we disburse between the tune of $11 million in scholarships. So yeah, you could look at that to help to reduce your burden. But beyond that, we have our International Student Center that takes care of everything that has to do with job opportunities for students. So any job opportunity available on campus, off campus, with our partner companies that come to employ directly from campus, they are made available on by the International Student Center to students. So yes, you need to be a student first before you can get access to all that information. And you also need to be a student first before you can get access to job opportunities. My colleague is here. The one, she represents East Africa. Her name is Fiona. She just reminded me that we also have job fairs. Regularly, we have job fairs. We have fairs for volunteering. We have industry-specific fairs. All those things are made available for students to make sure that they have something doing. Yeah. So.
Thank you so much, Karibo. There you have it. We are not funding your education to leave you alone. This is free resource that you might have to go and pay Coach Bosse a lot of money. So take advantage of this webinar, share with your friends, and please ask them to watch the video again. I think we're doing very great with time, but Jennifer, I'd like you to speak. Jennifer, please, are you still on the call? Could you confirm that? Hi, Jennifer.
Yes. Hi, Chika.
Great.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so my question for you will be regarding the principal repayment upon graduation. So could you please speak a bit about the principal repayment? Because someone is asking, what do you mean by principal repayment after graduation? Are we going to pay something during? Could you please speak a bit about that?
Yes, let me clarify.
Process?
Sure. So, well, the majority of our students study in the US. And in the US, it's important that when you come to the country on a visa, you begin to basically establish your credit profile or your credit history, such that even within 6 months of arriving in the US, like let's say that you decide to apply to the University of Pennsylvania, right, for your graduate studies in something in STEM, right, which is actually where I did my undergraduate work. And you arrive there in August, and basically you start your education in September. As soon as you start paying anything back, you start to get a credit history, which means within 6 months of being in the US, you can start to apply for other credit options, whether it's credit cards or whether it's, whatever you need at that point. Someone will, an agency will look to say, oh, this person actually has made 6 payments to Empower for their loan, right? So we charge interest payments when you're actually in school, right? So, and then what happens is when you graduate, you then start paying your principal and your interest on top of that, with a 6-month grace period post-graduation. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if in fact you run into any financial trouble, right? So suddenly, let's say you had a work-study job and you're no longer able to get that work-study job, or you've decided that in fact, I just want to focus on my studies, or I want to do something my second year versus your first year, there is flexibility in our payment structure such that you can decide that maybe I just want to make lesser payments, i.e. potentially $25 a month for the next 6 months. And we can actually make that work for you. So I don't want anyone to be fearful that, oh my gosh, I've got to make these large payments when I'm in school. Yes, you can. And actually it'll mean that your payments upon graduation will be less. But if you do run into financial challenges, we can help you to make sure that you just make very basic and minimal payments to ensure that you continue to build your credit history while you're in the United States.
Wow, thank you so much, Jennifer. In 10 minutes or less, I will be out of your faces. And just before that 10 minutes is over, I just want to give a bonus question and answer. So I can see tons of questions. I can assure you we're collating all the questions. As long as you registered, we will collect it, send it to the panelists. They will provide the answers as much as possible, and we will share with your registered email addresses. So you're sure to get responses to your questions. So don't worry about that. We'll definitely respond to you. And you can also rewatch this program as well on YouTube. Search for us at EdFin Microfinance Bank on YouTube, and you'll see the recording again. I want to ask the panelists, thank you so much, but I'd like them to give final parting words regarding the EdFin study abroad loan in 1 minute or less, and any other thing they would want us to take home with. I'd like to start with Karibo, and then we'll go to Coach Bosse, Jennifer, Miss Lawson, if Sadiq is still on the call. Mayank had to go, but he sends his best as well. But Karibo, Coach Bosse, Miss Lawson, Jennifer, sorry, Karibo, Coach Bosse, Jennifer, Miss Lawson, and then we'll call it a day. But before then, please, if you have a question, could you raise up your hand to any panelist? I have one slot, fastest fingers first. One slot, fastest fingers first. I can see who are we, Y7PP. Are you attempting to ask a question? Wow, I can see a lot of, who are we? Can you unmute yourself? Or you've been, well, if you're not going, gone. Oluwakemi Ajayi, could you unmute yourself? Oluwakemi Ajayi. Oluwakemi Ajayi, could you ask a question quickly to any panelist?
My question is to the, thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for the seminar also, very helpful. My question is to the Empower representative. So I have this loan application I put in for my daughter since last year, but it's not been approved. And I'm wondering what can be done about it.
Hi, Jennifer, that question is for you. Can you hear, did you hear that? Hi, Jennifer.
Yes. Sorry, I'm on mute until you take me off. So apologies for the brief delay.
Okay.
So I honestly, I think the best thing to do, and I imagine there are a few of these questions on the phone right now, is send any information with your student's name and also ID number, and send them to Chika and Bumney, because they're the ones who are facilitating this process. And then they will get those names to me, and I can find out from our customer relations team where in the funnel is this. So when I'm talking about a funnel, like where in the application process is your daughter's loan application, and has she been denied or accepted, or are we waiting on additional documentation? I think a lot of the challenges right now around some of the, where the loans get stuck is because we're waiting on additional documentation from students or parents to basically ensure that the application is complete. So if you do that, I can promise to follow up with the EdFin team.
Okay, thank you so much, Jennifer. Oluwakemi Ajayi, I've just dropped our email address. It is contact us at edfinmfb.com. So please shoot us an email. We'll be sure to take on your request. Thank you so much. Apologies for everything. I said fastest fingers. So, but don't worry, all your questions, just drop them in the chat room, and we definitely would get around to you. You could now lower your hand.
I have one question for Bosse. If you get admission, and you have a child or husband, would they give them visa based on your admission or visa process as well? Those are some of the questions that are on the platform as well.
Okay, so the visa process will assess the student as on his own merit. So if you are married and you got the either of these loans we are talking about, the visa officer will consider your ability to take care of your family. So if you are just a student on your own, the proof of funds you will need to show will not be as high as what you will need to show if you are going with a family of 3. Remember, they know that you are supposed to be making an interest payment on the loan every month. So they are going to kind of calculate. You will need to pay accommodation for this family of 4 and all of that. So your ability to convince them that I'm good, can you see how much I have in my account, or how much I will still be getting from back home to offset some of these expenses. So if you are broke, if there is nothing in your account, and you say you depend on what you are able to earn in US or in the UK or in Canada to be able to pay for the upkeep of your family, then the visa officer may have some issues with that, because if the calculation is not gelling. So for you to go with your family, just make sure that you have like a 1 year expense that is sitting down in your account. So if you are going to Canada, for example, a student, you need at least $1,000 a month. So if you are adding more people, then add $500 a month for each one of those people. So a family of 4, budget like $2,000 a month, and show for 1 year, $24,000. If that sits in your account, then the visa officer will not deny you based on lack of funds, because you've shown that I can take care of my family. I hope that answers that question.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much. So basically, if you have proof of being able to maintain them, yes, you can travel with your family.
Yes. Sure. So Chika, you asked me a question. Can I remember now?
You have tons of questions. If you want me to just throw one more question at you. But yeah, I think you pretty much have covered it. But a lot of people are asking about something about English test. Very important. If my school offers me admission and I do not have English test, how do I then qualify?
So if the school,
I think the essence of this question is English test compulsory for admission?
No, it's not. For Canada schools, most of the schools have waived English tests for Nigerian students. Most. Wow. There are a few of them that will still insist. Or if your English score, if it's an undergraduate program, your English score in your WAEC is not as high as what they want, and they still want to give you the admission, they can ask you for your test of English. But for most US schools have not waived the English test for Nigerians. So quite a number of them will still insist that you come with your test of English. And if you are going to do management courses or any of these STEM programs, they may also ask for GRE or GMAT. Nigerians will say, help me find the school that will not ask me for GMAT. Now, on the loan list, you see that the boxes you have to tick, you must tick it. You want the loan. If you want the loan, then you must go on this loan, the schools on the list. Then is the requirement for those schools on the list you must meet. Because I don't know how I'm going to help you. You don't want to meet the condition for admission requirement, and then you are insisting you want the loan. So it doesn't work that way. If you want the loan, you have chosen a school, then whatever the school is asking for, you have to be prepared to meet it. So how much does it cost really to write IELTS or to write GRE for something that is that important, that will transform your life forever? So man, don't be lazy. Get up. I'm going to write the exams.
Thank you so much, Coach Bosse. Karibu, I see your hand up. Could you please?
Yes. To add to that, at the University of Windsor, for most of our programs, you would require the English language proficiency for most of our programs. There are a few exceptions once in a while, but you need to just have that. And besides, you can speak the English language already. It's not a big deal. Just do the exam. It even prepares you better. It helps you to build your own proficiency. So I don't think I get a little worried when I see people fuss about the language requirements, because I don't think it's that much of a big deal. Just write the exam, and it will help you improve your communication skills, really.
Thank you, Karibo. In fact, there are one very common question. Ms. Lawson, please, could you help us respond to this person? So there's nursing, various questions about nursing, and I know we've had this sort of conversation around it. Please, could you help us give perspective to if there's a school or nursing that we partner with? Because this is a recurrent question, both in UK and in Canada.
Yes, so for nursing, there are some of the schools that I have seen give BSc nursing. So it must be a full degree nursing program. It's not a certificate or, well, even registered nurse in the US is a degree. So it has to be a degree program. So that is the requirement. You can't say, I have nursing here and you just want to do one certificate. No, it must be admission for a full nursing degree, both in the UK or in the US, and it must be in one of the schools already approved. I don't know if University of Windsor does degree programs in nursing, do you?
Yes, we do, but it's not open to international students. Even for
Canada, that's the medical.
Really hard for them to get in because the bar is really high. It's an entrance average of over 80%. So it's difficult to get in. So usually I advise students to go for another science program, really prove themselves there, get the best grades, and see if they can transfer and make a switch to nursing.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Thank you. The engagement is fantastic, both on YouTube and Zoom. I wish I can take all the questions and everybody. In fact, this is a comment to Coach Bosse, and I'd like to read it. Auntie Bosse is the bomb. I love the way she answers questions. So thank you very much, Coach Bosse. Thank you very much, our participants. I'd like us to do a quick last-minute words to the participants. So Karibo, Coach Bosse, Jennifer, Ms. Lawson, in that order. Let's take it away.
Okay, great. Once again, thank you so much for this opportunity. If you need more information about the University of Windsor, our website is uwindsor.ca. I'll be putting down the details in the chat box. Reach out to me if you have any questions for admission for yourself, for your children, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope we have this again, and I hope I get invited again.
Yes,
you definitely will. Thank you, Karibo. Coach Bosse, please go on.
Yeah, so last words. If you come and speak with us, we can suggest alternatives to you. Example, this nursing. There are schools that will allow you first do 2 years of nursing. Then you can move to a university that is on the list. University of Leybridge is on the loan list. They do have bachelors of nursing, and there is a college that you can do 2 years and transfer to University of Leybridge. So working with a consultant allow you to have options. See, we are in that space. We can help you. Come talk to us. So our company is EduThrive. Our website is www.eduthrive.org, and our office is at Okpebi, 5 Ojolowo Street, off Salvation Road, Okpebi. I already dropped the office number on the chat, but you can just check our website for all the information. And a lot of people are like, how do we get Coach Bosse? Just go on that website, you will get me. I'm very available. So thank you so much, EdFin, for putting this together. I love to do this. So let's do it some more. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach Bosse. Jennifer, are you still on the call? Please, last words. Hi, Jennifer, are you still on the call?
Okay, so yes, I'm still on the call. Thank you. So many thanks to Chika and Bumni and the entire EdFin team for putting this together. It's been fantastic to speak about what Empower is doing, and also to be in a room full of, I know, very, very promising Nigerians. I've been working across Africa and living here for the last 10 years, and I'm always astounded when I roll up into Lagos and just the hustle and the entrepreneurial spirit, and just that you guys are always going after it. So it's always such a pleasure to work with Nigerian students and the Nigerian business community as well. I would encourage any of you, if you've got further questions, you can always go directly to our website, but really EdFin is kind of your best resource in terms of answering further questions. And like I said, Bumni can reach out to me or anyone on my team. I'm based here in South Africa, but I've got also a team in India, and we're looking for someone to start doing the work for us in Lagos as well. So please, you've got lots of resources and people who can answer questions, and we're always looking, again, to support plenty of really industrious Nigerians. So thanks again to the team. It's been a great discussion.
Wow, thank you so much, Jennifer. Ms. Lawson, over to you.
Yeah, so thank you, everyone. What I want to give you is a message of hope. Don't give up hope. Keep applying, keep pushing at it. Your time will come. Follow all the requirements. There is no shortcut to success. Dot your I's, cross your T's, write the exams, go through our consultants, follow the visa training. We even have a partner also at Abuja. Unfortunately, since maybe connection, she was not able to join. So if you are based in Abuja, the website has been put in the chats, PEGDA Global. Chika, please put it on the chat as well. But we have so many people to support you. Then for those of you who have already applied, I've noticed a number of people who are undergrads, maybe within 2 years of graduation, who have had delayed response. We will certainly follow up. I know you're on the chat. You've asked a lot of questions. We will follow up with our partners to find out what is going on so that we can push your application forward. So thank you very much for joining. We would have another one so that if you have more questions, use our email address, send us the questions, but we will let you know when we are having other webinars so that way, if we have other questions or other areas we have not covered, we will be there. We are here to help you get access to that quality education because we believe that in return, Nigeria will benefit from it. So continue to apply and we are here for you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you did have a great time, as I absolutely did. I enjoyed the session thoroughly. I gained more insights. Interesting that we've been having this conversation, and I got more insights from the conversation today as well. Thank you so much for your questions. It certainly would help us improve on our current offerings and even help serve you better. We're always available. Please visit our website. I can see tons of questions. We will definitely get around to it. But the easiest way is please visit our website, www.edfinmfb.org. You will definitely see everything you're looking for there. If you need to reach us directly, please send us an email to contact us at edfinmfb.org. Our representative will be sure to respond to you. Thank you so much, our panelists. I know you had to come off your very busy schedule from far and wide. Coach Bosse, I know you're just waking up. Karibo, I know you're somewhere in East Africa. Thank you, Jennifer, for always showing up for us. I can't say thank you enough to Mayan because it's past midnight, almost past midnight where he is, and he still made out time for us. Madam Peace, unfortunately, was not able to participate, but she is an integral part of our journey and our process as well. I hope I've not missed anybody. Also, Dick, our poster child, thank you for making our time. We're extremely delighted to have met you today. Please help spread the word on EdFin Study Abroad Loan. Thank you for joining us, and please have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Chika, let's stay on the beat so that some people can scroll up the chat, copy the contact information, and so on. Okay, great.
Thank you, people. Karibo, I don't know, are you still online?
Yes, ma'am, we should meet up.
Yes, we should, though. So, I don't know, maybe I will ask for your contact from Chika.
Perfect. Let her give you my number.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll share that.
Okay. So I will holler you very soon.
Oh,
yes, my neighbor. Okay. So take care.
Bye.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too. Thank you so much, Team EdFin.
Bye. Ambumi.